Hello, something guys and gals. This is something guy 912. A new year is coming around, and I, being a white person, have no clue as to what my New Year's resolution is going to be. Apparently, not thinking for myself is the New Year's resolution that only white people should adopt, according to MTV. You know, the channel that Francesca says is not racist. But what we are going to discover in this short yet awful video is that MTV, despite trying to make the argument that white people don't give a shit about black people, MTV actually hates anyone having a thought that differs their own. If you have to disable comments and ratings and delete said video twice, you know that even MTV, ideologically motivated and bereft of any brain cells, are aware that they fucked up. Consider this a end of the year bonus for me.
First off, try to recognize that America was never great for anyone who wasn't a white guy.
Is that so? I'm pretty sure for the last 50 or 60 years, black people have been able to freely access success and livability without discrimination from the higher-ups as a result of the civil rights movement. Yes, I'm well aware that America has been awful to black people and Native Americans in the past, but to assert that we haven't treated them with the comfiest of ovens and the most fragile of eggshells today is absurd, coming from somebody who probably got paid a few thousand to make some Buzzfeed loaded statements.
Can we all just agree that Black Lives Matter isn't the opposite of All Lives Matter?
Problem is, the only people who think all lives matter is the opposite of Black Lives Matter is people in Black Lives Matter and people like you who project this false notion. And I agree that it isn't the opposite, but the problem with the premise of Black Lives Matter is that it has to live on the presumption that people don't think black lives do matter, and that statement is founded on nothing more than some cops killing black people for unjust reasons. So you would think that all lives matter would be more inclusive, so to speak, since some black people find other black lives as worthless if the crime statistics are anything to gloss over.
Also, Blue Lives Matter isn't a thing.
Cops weren't born with blue skin, right?
Oh, cop lives don't matter, huh? The point of Blue Lives Matter is a counter-statement to the prevailing force of Black Lives Matter that because some cops are shitheads, all cops are pigs and need to be killed. What makes Blue Lives Matter more principled is that cops make up of all races, sexes, and creeds, without having to be some disingenuous virtue signal to the masses. While I would rather go with the All Lives Matter or better yet No Lives Matter front, I can understand the sentiment behind Blue Lives Matter. But we can't talk about the sour apples in the Black Lives Matter tree, can't we? We just have to pretend that they're not real or just puppets to make BLM look bad, huh? No. There weren't mass demonstrations by BLM protesters calling for the deaths of cops or have them strung by the nostrils like the capitalist piggies they are. That's just a small minority in a minority of ideological thought. No need to disavow those people.
Stop bragging about being woke. Stop saying woke.
This is a statement that I actually agree with, although I don't get why that's a sentiment only white people use. I'm pretty sure that plenty of black people have used that phrase to indicate that their eyes are open to the blatant prejudice in our society.
Learn what mansplaining is, and then stop doing it.
No, I won't stop doing it because what I'm doing is not mansplaining. I'm merely explaining to you why you are wrong. Also, mansplaining is just a stupid cop-out conversation stopper for people like you backed in a corner when you can't defend your arguments, so you can claim that I'm merely having a bitch fit or I'm on my period. Aren't you the same people who decry those who think when a woman acts out that she's merely on her period? Isn't this the same blanket statement, but reversed? Also, does this include black people too? Is Sky Williams mansplaining because he doesn't fit in your slot to perpetually victimize marginalized people of color?
Oh, and if you're a judge, don't prioritize the well-being of an Ivy League athlete over the woman he assaulted.
First off, what particular case are you talking about? Could you pull up names in the case in question? Secondly, of course the woman is just a woman when she's assaulted, not some as well-off person as this unnamed Ivy League athlete is. Also, fuck you. You aren't a fucking judge. The judge gets to make a decision based on the evidence given to him. Yes, he can make a shit decision, but it is not indicative of his feelings towards women or men or black or white people. See, this is one example of MTV subtly being more angry about people making decisions that they dislike than white people being awful in general.
We all love Beyonce.
I don't really care for her, especially her ideological slant she has been taking with her musical career.
And yeah, she's black, so of course she cares about black issues. I'm talking to you, Fox News.
Okay, excuse me if I'm wrong. Is this supposed to be a video about New Year's resolutions for white guys, or some off-topic response to somebody saying, how dare Beyonce care about black issues? Also, a guilt trip mechanism designed to give black people a leg up for the principle of being black would be something that Beyonce would care about, because it directly benefits her. Sorry that Fox News and myself aren't privy to this idea that she genuinely cares about the struggles black people face when her piggy bank of $465 million is evident that she's perfectly well off.
Feel free to take Kanye West, though. You guys can have him.
Oh, goody! I really do love black people. I think everyone should have one.
You know what you did, Kanye.
Oh, how dare he vote for Trump despite SJWs and the like constantly making the same tired claim that he's a racist. What a fucking race traitor he is! For fuck's sake, the more that this identity politics drivel gets to be invested in people, the more I begin to wonder if black people are trying to make their skin color a religion. P.S. You lost the plot, MTV. You're supposed to be talking to white people, not Kanye West.
Nobody who has black friends says that they have black friends.
In order for someone to be racist, they have to hate someone based on that race and nothing else. So for someone to have a black friend and yet be racist is two different circumstances being force crossed by you. But I know the additional vernacular to this will be, well, racists have black friends too! And my appeal to is that it really depends. I have a stepbrother who's black, and made a joke just a few days back that the only thing that black people are good for is sucking up welfare checks and stealing car stereos. That's someone being self-loathing to their own race, for fuck's sake. And also, a person who says that they have black friends is in direct response to fuckers like you who yell from the rooftops that they are racist without any proof beyond them disagreeing with the actions of BLM.
Look, guys, we know nobody's perfect.
Especially white guys, apparently.
But honestly, you could do a little better in 2017.
Because this blanket statement that I throw on all white people is in no way a means to dodge actually addressing any faults that all white people have made, right? White people is not a fucking belief system for the last fucking time.
Some of you guys do a great job. Some of you don't.
Who? In what instances? And to whom? And to what extent? These broad generalizations will get you nowhere in advancing society to that true liberal rainbow. All it seems to be is a case of inflating the bad into the good and justifying hatred towards all white people as a result. Yes, the same is done for BLM, but BLM is a movement where white people is not.
Please, because 2016 is bad. 2017 can't be worse than this, all right?
Oh no! People voting for Trump and Brexit despite our screaming from the rooftops that people who vote for Trump are racist and that your vote in Brexit doesn't matter and we'll call revotes because you don't think the way we do? Oh, how dare people bomb the new Ghostbusters movie? It's a female empowerment movie after all. I mean, we say it a lot, but it has yet to be demonstrated. But come on, listen and believe. Because imagine the prospect of 2017 where people wholly reject our SJW, mouth-breathing, guilt-tripping, moral busy work, and we have to sit and wallow at what a wonderful fucking mess we made. We can't allow people to think for themselves after all. How fucking dare you step out of line? But yeah, that was basically it. Like, 3 or 4 ham-fisted resolutions with a dollop of social justice come, and you get what amounts to Buzzfeed yellow/red/person of color. My New Year's resolution is to continue making a mockery out of fuckers like you so that more and more people realize in popular media that you can't get what you want out of guilt, force, fear, or slandering an entire demographic. Have a wonderful fucking New Year.